A screen lighting up a dark room, eyes darting, thumb constantly swiping. You say their name, and nothing. You take the phone away, point to the open math book, and walk out. When you check back 20 minutes later, the page is still blank. Your child is just staring at the wall, completely checked out. It is easy to look at that blank stare and see defiance or laziness. This feels like a battle of wills, where the logical response is to clamp down, set stricter rules, and demand that they finally start applying themselves. But you are fighting the wrong battle. Removing the screen does not fix the focus, because the brain has already fundamentally changed how it processes effort. Demanding immediate concentration from a screen-adapted brain is biologically impossible. The hardware itself has been altered, and it must be understood before it can be fixed. Beneath the surface of this conflict lies a highly efficient biological adaptation. The frontostriatal pathway connects the prefrontal cortex, responsible for executive control, to the striatum, where we process rewards. Think of this pathway as a volume dial for motivation. When dialed up, we have the internal drive to tackle hard things. Digital platforms and video games are engineered to manipulate that exact dial. They use variable reward schedules, the same logic behind slot machines, to ensure that every notification, like, or infinite scroll is unpredictable and enticing. This chart shows how dopamine reacts to unexpected rewards. Notice the massive spike in the green line when a surprise notification hits. Conversely, when expected rewards fail to arrive, the red line drops deep below baseline, creating a painful negative feedback loop. Constant digital consumption functions as a high-speed, algorithm-driven conditioning process that overstimulates the reward system far beyond its evolutionary limits. Excessive digital use leads to repeated stimulation. That constant engagement triggers massive dopamine surges, building a relentless tolerance. Eventually, the child requires increasingly intense input just to feel baseline satisfaction. The digital environment overpowers the brain's natural reward system, trading self-directed focus for algorithmically driven compulsion. The human brain is a survival machine. To protect itself from this flood of dopamine, it initiates a structural defense mechanism. Looking at the bottom left of our chart, we see that adaptation. The brain actively reduces dopamine synthesis and removes D2 receptors, creating a hypodopaminergic state to mute the incoming noise. Think of this as an internal volume dial turned down to survive the digital blast. When the device is removed, the dial remains stuck on low. Low scintillation tasks like reading fail to register any signal on these blunted sensors. The child is neurologically trapped in a state where normal life registers as painfully understimulating. Since this is a physical neuroadaptation, we have to treat the recovery like physical therapy. It must be systematically rehabilitated. Rehabilitation requires a biological prescription rather than a behavioral punishment. We start with the consistent removal of screens, which allows dopamine receptor sensitivity the necessary time to naturally upregulate and recover. However, sitting in boredom is only the beginning. That weakened frontostriatal pathway requires active, effortful practice to regain its structural integrity. This is where you introduce focus sprints, 10 to 15-minute bursts of intense, non-digital cognitive effort. Pushing through the initial frustration of a difficult task forces the neural pathways to fire and wire together, rebuilding the physical connection. These sprints act as literal physical therapy for the brain, rebuilding the top-down executive control that algorithmic media systematically eroded. The final step is restorative sleep. Both deep non-REM and REM sleep are required to consolidate the neural connections forged during those daytime focus sprints. Think of deep sleep as a physiological wash cycle. During the night, the brain clears out metabolic waste and recalibrates the dopamine system back toward a balanced state. Late-night screen use actively disrupts this specific restorative phase, entirely undoing the structural brain repair achieved that day. The ultimate goal of this intervention is the restoration of a healthy, highly sensitive reward system, allowing a child to finally rediscover the quiet, inherent satisfaction of real-world effort.
And that is how we build future-ready kids, one science-backed step at a time. This channel is brand new, and I am on a mission to bring hard science to modern parenting. If you're with me, hit subscribe right now. Don't scroll past. Make it official so we can build this toolkit together.
Next up, we are unlocking a major secret weapon in child development: play. If you think play is just a way to pass the time, the science is going to blow your mind. I'll show you exactly why it is vital for your kid's brain. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's get future ready. See you in the next video.